After a failed stint as a McDonald's employee, the only option left for me was to turn to a life of crime, so I decided to become a master thief. Thief Simulator 2 is the sequel to the 2018 surprise hit Thief Simulator, an open world stealth game where we must burgle plenty of houses across 2 different neighbourhoods. Complete heists for massive payouts, all while using a variety of weapons and equipment to help us prevent detection and avoid jail time. Our story begins as we are chilling in our house when we get a phone call from a private number. It's an old friend of ours telling me I have 1 minute to escape. So checking the security cameras, I see the people coming to get me have already arrived. Jumping out the window, we sneak around the back. Grabbing our tools, we make a mad dash to our car and escape the intruders. Driving to safety, our friend calls again and offers us his assistance to get us out of trouble, but not for free. Apparently we screwed over some criminal organisation known as the Lombardis, and now they are after us, so things don't look overly great. For now, we must use our thieving skills to break into some houses and gain the trust of our friend. Learning the basics about breaking and entering, I steal whatever I can find until I reach level 2. Then I go and find Joe's pawn shop, where I can sell anything I steal for a great price. Our friend then gives us our next task.
I need something from 104, and to break in there, we need a drone. It happens the guy from 103 ordered a drone recently.
But before we attempt all that, our friend teaches us how to mark people. Marking people helps gather information about their daily routines so we can plan our break-ins more effectively. After marking the owner of 103, we go to a hideout our friend has kindly provided us, where we can lay low. However, once again, not for free, and we must make sure to steal enough to pay the weekly rent. Running through a quick tutorial of the hideout, we can use our PC to buy new tools. We can buy tips and information about all the houses in the area. We can sell specific items on the black market for extra cash and experience. We can also accept missions from random people throughout the neighborhoods, mostly related to terrorizing each other. Needing to complete a few tasks so we can level up and unlock the lockpicking skill, we head to house 102 to smash a few things. But I was too sloppy. The neighbor overhears me and calls the cops. Needing to hide before I get caught, I find a nice little hiding spot in a nearby bin. Waiting here until the cops give up the search. And once they do, I unlock the first trophy of the game for escaping the police. Now the cops are gone, I learn how to lockpick. Patiently waiting for the tenant to leave, I use my newfound skill to break into house 103 and steal the drone. Back at base, I upgrade the drone with the camera disabling technology. Buying all the information we can on the next house, I use my drone to disable the cameras and break my way in. Finding the cardboard box with our friend's stuff, I make sure to quickly grab anything else I can carry. Back home, I open the cardboard box and send the contents on Black Bay. Next up, I need to break into house 110 and plant a suspicious package inside the bedroom without getting caught. Driving past an old man pretending to be a T-Rex, I arrive at the house. Quietly lurking while I wait for the tenant to leave, I make my move. Stealing plenty and planting the suspicious package with ease. The tasks keep coming, and my friend now needs some photos of another house's kitchen. So leaving the premises with their TV, the next house is actually a store. I thought I'd try my luck just walking through, which was clearly a terrible idea as I get pepper sprayed and the cops are called. Blindly running out into the street, I try to make it to my car, but I'm too disoriented and the cops taser me, and I unlock the Whoops trophy for getting caught by the police. Also unlocking the Lawbreaker trophy for going to jail. Once in my cell, I find a note. The previous person left us a crowbar and some loot at the post office. So posting bail to get free, I try again to photograph the store kitchen, this time under the cover of darkness. Unfortunately, the man is sitting in the kitchen, so this will be a lot harder than I thought. Accidentally opening a door too loud, the man calls the cops. So I whack him with my crowbar and quickly snap a photo of the kitchen. But the cops are incredibly fast and I get caught again.
Stop! I need to grab a donut.
For my next task, I need to level up once more to unlock lockpicking level 2. So running back through some previous houses, stealing as much as I can until I level up, my first weekly rent payment comes out, which unlocks another trophy. I also unlock another trophy for travelling a total of 15 kilometers. Finally hitting level 5, I can now continue towards earning my freedom. Learning lockpicking level 2, for my next task I need to get inside the police station. So buying all the info I can, I go out and get myself arrested.
I need to grab a donut.
Once inside jail, I use my new lockpicking skills to break out of my cell and also bust out an associate of our friend. Sneaking our way up, making sure to avoid the cops and security guards, I tried hiding in the bathroom. But at the same time, a police officer comes in to drop a deuce. Now, I don't know if it's protocol in a police station, but he also decided to leave the door open. So, unfortunately, I have to wait for him to finish his business before I can make a move. After doing the longest poo in existence, we can finally leave the toilet. Grab the key and escape the police station, earning the prison break trophy. We can now call upon our associate to assist us if we ever need.
If you call her up, she might help you in many ways.
Next up, I get tasked with stealing a briefcase.
It contains info about Lombardi's rivals. If we send it to the Lombardi's boss, he might rethink killing you.
I complete the usual prep before breaking into the house, which is needed as this house has a bit going on. But I get inside and grab the briefcase. As I do, the tenant arrives home, so I quickly hide under the bed. The guy doesn't seem to be bothered by all the open doors and just falls asleep, allowing me to make my escape, but not without filling up my backpack first. And while searching the basement, I steal a special item which unlocks another trophy. Sending the briefcase off to Lombardi, I must learn the agility skill before I can continue. While back at base, I pay for some renovations and get the house flipper trophy. Then go on another thieving spree, completing a few of the Hell Neighbor tasks around the neighborhood. Pro tip, when in your vehicle, don't go AFK for too long, or it'll be the last thing you ever do. I reach level 7 and unlock the agility skill. Then I receive a phone call from the Lombardi boss. Apparently we stole $500,000 from him, so it makes sense why he's pissed off.
You run off and think it's all over? Well, guess what? It's not.
The information we sent him worked, and he's letting me live, as long as we work for him to slowly pay off the money we owe. And the first task is to fully complete everything related to House 109, which includes stealing all valuable loot and completing any tasks required. My friend then gives me a call.
Listen, we're not going to get that money back by stealing from locals. We have to go for something bigger. A heist, I mean.
So back at the hideout, I check the heist board. But before I can start the heist, I need to level up and unlock lockpicking level 3 and also buy a shovel. During another crime spree, I unlock the GDA trophy for escaping a 3-star police chase. And using the local payphone to complete a couple side missions. I hit level 10, learn lockpicking level 3, buy the shovel, and begin the first heist. My friend gives me the rundown.
Alright, Mr. Thief, you got this. I need diamond earrings. They're probably at the house 2C.
Avoiding plenty of cameras, security guards, and people just strolling around. I tried to loot a couple of the houses here, but I was sloppy and I get spotted by the cameras. I try to escape in a nearby golf buggy, but the cops are blocking the exit and I get shot. Managing to hide until the cops leave, I find the key to the safe we need. But before I can complete the heist, I bleed out from the gunshot wounds. Heading back in for round 2, I thought I got busted by one of the tenants, so quickly hiding under the bed. Turns out he was just coming in for a boogie, so I'm able to slip out. Eventually finding the house with the safe, I grab the earrings and get the hell out of there before I get caught. With the first heist complete, I immediately set my sights onto the next one.
It's a local warehouse with all sorts of stuff.
But I need a few items first. Firstly, a map of the warehouse, which is in a safe at house 107. Apparently some guy with pink hair has a copy of the key. Finding him and pickpocketing him, I then head over to house 107 to grab the map. Security at this house isn't too bad, however, they do have a dog I must avoid. Once inside, I sneak upstairs. Avoiding a lady cleaning, I find the safe next to a guy having a nap. But my thieving instincts took over. I got too greedy and tried to get away with some big loot. The cops get called and I must retreat for now. Returning to 107 when the lady is taking her dog for a walk and the other man is having his daytime nap. The window is brief, so I must act fast. Grabbing the warehouse plans and a couple of extra goodies, I get out just in time. And on the way back to base, I get a trophy for passing 30 in-game days. Lastly, before beginning the heist, I must buy myself a stethoscope and also build myself a garage to store any vehicles I steal, which sets us back $8,000, but it earns us the garage owner trophy. Starting the heist, I arrive at a warehouse where my objective is to steal a forklift. I find the forklift, but sadly the keys are not in it. The key is inside the warehouse, locked away in a safe. So dropping in quietly from the roof, there are workers strolling around everywhere, so I must be patient to avoid detection. Using the stethoscope to crack open the safe, I grab the forklift key and sneak out undetected. I start the forklift and quickly escape down the side, unlocking the first heist trophy for completing my second heist. Makes sense. At the same time, I get the I Like Stealing trophy for stealing 250 items. The forklift pays off a chunk of our debt to the Lombardis, but there is still plenty to go. Luckily, Lombardi has been tracking the townspeople's deliveries.
He keeps it in a safe in 111.
Using some scaffold out the back of the house, I can use my glass cutter to break in through the upstairs window. Cracking the safe while everyone is downstairs, I grab the bracelet and head back to the hideout, where I buy some tools I can use to cut out the jewels and sell them on the black market. Completing a couple more missions for the Lombardis, I learn car theft level 1 and buy a car lock-picking gun. My friend then checks in, worrying that we've gone a bit quiet on him,
Man, you cutting me out? Remember, I want my part as well. You need my help.
but still gives me some tips on stealing cars. Sneaking into House 106's garage, I use my brand new gun to break into the car. Successfully hotwiring it, in a real amateur move, I forget to open the garage door. And it's too late now, as the tenants hear the commotion and come to check out what's going on. Laying low until they leave, I sneak back in and make a getaway with the car. Lombardi doesn't want the whole car, however, he just needs a few parts. So taking the car into my new garage, I take out whatever parts I need, sending them to Lombardi. My friend then needs help with a quick task over in a different neighborhood, unlocking Hillville Street with a bunch of fresh houses to loot. Our task leads us to some garage units, where I leave a note in one of them. Some old fella then threatens to call the cops on me because apparently he can't walk around my car. Leveling up and unlocking the electronic skill I need to hack devices, we must head to House 207 and steal a laptop with some confidential data. I try sneaking in the back gate, but I get detected by a security camera. Quickly throwing some meat to distract the dog, I run for my life once again. I didn't realize being a thief would require so much running. Attempt number 2 at stealing the laptop. This time I make sure to disable the security camera. However, the dog is just chilling in the backyard, in the middle of the night. Go to bed, doggo. Waiting for the dog to relocate, I sneak in behind it. But apparently I can't get inside without a hacking device. So running off once again to quickly buy one of those. Third time's the charm. Or so I thought. This dog is a really big pain in my ass. Fourth time is actually the charm, as I distract the dog with some meat. Enter the back door. Grab the laptop. And sneak back out. Once back at base, I hack the laptop. Before sending it off to the Lombardis. For my next task, I must learn Specialization 1, which lets me buy a baton for knocking people out and a blowtorch for breaking into containers. Apparently someone in the neighborhood is trying to build a meth lab, so Lombardi wants to take out the competition before they can even get started. Heading to the construction site, I must avoid a couple of guards. Disabling the cameras, I use my blowtorch to bust into the containers, planting a bomb inside each one. Detonating the bombs, I escape home and unlock the Errand Boy trophy for completing 25 missions. I then receive a tip-off from our friend that our car has been reported, so we go and get it painted a different colour to help us stay under the radar. Still struggling to pay off this debt fast enough, I decide to try and steal some nicer cars worth a bit more money. But we can't unlock Car Theft 2 until we hit at least level 16. So I accept a few Hell Neighbor missions and get to work, doing things like knocking out guards, taking photos, planting suspicious notes, and of course stealing as many items as I can, including a couple more cars. I unlock Car Theft 2 and continue with the main story. Now needing to steal the car from House 206, this one has a lot of security measures to deal with. I make sure to attempt this in the middle of the night when everyone is asleep. Avoiding the multiple cameras everywhere, I break into the garage, disable the car alarm, and hack the car using my hacking PDA, and just manage to jumpstart the car right as the security camera spots me. And once again, I forget to open the garage door. I panic and try to drive through the door, but that obviously doesn't work. And the tenants start to freak out. The cops are inbound and I try to make an escape, but I am too slow and get arrested. Apparently the controls to the garage are inside the house. So attempting to do that first, I stuff up a couple times, triggering the alarm and must hide from the cops inside the closet. Luckily, the cops aren't very thorough with their searches. Once successful, I make my way back out to the garage, somehow undetected, break into the car, and escape back home just in time. Dismantling the car and delivering it to the car serviceman. Collecting the cash, back at base, I deposit 50k into my bank account and unlock the Safe Thief trophy. Our friend then teaches us how to hack ATMs to help us make a little extra side cash. Lombardi then needs us to get to level 18 so I can unlock and buy sleeping gas. So going around Madison Street, fully completing most houses, grabbing all valuable loot, and completing any house specific tasks, only getting locked up a couple times. I eventually unlock Specialization level 2 and buy the sleeping gas and respirator mask. I also buy the ski mask, which is pretty irrelevant on normal difficulty, but we unlock the Who Am I trophy for doing so. The car serviceman offers to put in a good word with the Lombardi boss if we help him with a couple of requests. He needs us to disable the security cameras and grab a few photos of House 113. Once home, I get some well-earned rest. Waking up the next morning, our friend is calling in a panic.
I don't know what's going on, but there are black SUVs outside my window. What the fuck, man? Do you know something about this?
Once we complete this final bank heist, he wants out. We buy ourselves a hacking laptop, then head out to House 202 to steal the bank construction plans. House 202 is a massive villa with 2 patrolling security guards and a bunch of security measures. Hacking the front gate, I immediately get picked up by the hidden security cameras. The second time I actually managed to make it to the house, but I accidentally set off the Windows alarms. This time I lockpicked the back door, and once inside, see the house has security lasers all over the place. Sneaking upstairs, I find the safe with the bank plans, but at the same moment, one of the tenants strolls into the room. Quickly knocking him out, I try to crack the safe before he wakes, but I'm not fast enough, and he calls the cops. But they don't arrive before I can grab the plans. Now all I need to do is complete the bank heist so I can clear my debt and me and my friend can be free from the Lombardis. But before I can do that, I need to get the tranquilizer gun, which means I need to reach level 22 and unlock specialization level 3. So spending the next couple hours thieving away, doing everything I possibly can to earn XP, I hit level 22 and buy the tranquilizer gun, which gets us another trophy. Now the time has come. Our biggest heist yet, and the hardest. As you'd expect, the bank is heavily guarded. Hacking the front gate, I'll maneuver my way around all the cameras, and sneak down the side of the bank where I can power off the cameras for a minute, giving me enough time to get inside the bank. One of the guards is glitched at the front door though, which throws a spanner in the works. I sneak inside, and now the real fun begins. Knocking out another guard, the police get alerted, so I hide in a nearby office and pray. Thankfully, the cops once again are not very thorough. I don't think they even come inside the bank. So slipping downstairs, I get to the vault, hacking the vault door, and slip inside before the guard rocks up. Grabbing all the gold I can. The final step is to somehow make it out of here without getting caught. And with a guard just outside the door and the cops waiting outside, it's not going to be easy. So I sit tight and wait for the guard to leave his post. That's when I make my move. Turns out escaping was actually incredibly easy. I just open the front door and make a mad dash to the exit. The heist was a success, and I send Lombardi the gold. Lombardi calls and gets us with a pretty good fake out.
You're officially clear of all debt. Well, actually not. Your friend, the one who helped you with all this, he's going to die. What, you really thought that's it? You stole from us, deceived us. Now somebody's gotta pay the ultimate price.
After getting a good night's sleep, in the morning, Lombardi needs our help to betray our friend by getting him to meet us in public. Lombardi also promises not to kill me as well, but it's safe to say I'm pretty skeptical. Going along with his plan, we head to Madison Street. Then the Moneymaker trophy pops for earning a total of $175,000. Heading to the meeting point, our friend arrives. And while waiting for me, a Lombardi sniper takes him out. Rest in peace, my friend. And with that, the story is complete, and I unlock the Free Man trophy. Lombardi calls to congratulate us, freeing us from our debt, and even offers to work together in the future. But for now, it's time to live our best thieving life and do whatever we want. And for me, that means cleaning up the remaining trophies I have to collect. First things first, I go around and complete every house in Madison Street. And while doing that, I get the So Special trophy for learning 8 special skills. I get the Carrier trophy for stealing at least 25 big items. I hit level 25 to unlock the Knowledge trophy. And once the final house in Madison Street is complete, I get the Madison Street trophy. I then head to Hillville Street to complete every house there as well, to unlock the next trophy. For the next few trophies, we must turn on survival mode, where we need to manage our hunger, thirst, and energy levels. And after sculling way too many beers, we get the I'm Celebrating trophy. And while we are still drunk, we have to go out and steal an item for the Dude Gets Sober trophy. While driving around, I find a van left in a parking spot. Breaking in the back of the van, I find a note. Reading the note gets us the Suspicious Van trophy for finding the kidnapper's van. After digging up 5 holes, I get the Treasure Hunter trophy, and I go around and find 10 hidden items for the Clever Eye trophy. We get a trophy for collecting all 5 Easter eggs. And after finding 5 parcel locker codes, we open them to get the Courier trophy. Checking in at the pawn shop, we can see the daily hot item. Stealing a hot item and selling it at the pawn shop unlocks the So Hot It Burns trophy. After using any 3 of the lockpicking methods 150 times, we get the Mr. Lockpick trophy. Heading back to the resort heist, the trophy for completing 10 thief contracts pops. Then I steal the golf buggy and unlock the car dealer trophy for stealing every vehicle in the game. And once we save up 25k, we can go to the car dealer and buy the Shadowhawk GT to unlock the Need for Speed trophy. After finding at least 200 different stealable items, we unlock the Thief Discoverer trophy. Pretty much a master thief now. We steal our 500th item for the 500,000 trophy. And since we've pretty much stolen everything we can, we turn to other things now, like knocking out 30 people for the Brutal Thief trophy. Also unlocking the Police Down trophy for taking out a police officer. Heading back to the Madison Street payphone, we must collect all the payphone missions for the Quick Work trophy. Then doing the same in Hillsville for the Quick Hard Work trophy. After managing to survive at least a week in survival mode, we earn the Survivalist trophy. Then, when going around looting all the houses, we must make sure to grab a few of the large paintings and bring them back to our safe house to hang them up. And after fully decking out the house with artwork, we get the Art Collector trophy. I complete all the stolen rewards for the next trophy. Then I steal at least 75 big items for the My Poor Trunk trophy. Next, we put our pickpocketing skills to work. And after successfully pickpocketing 25 people, we unlock Long Hand. For the Black Bay Master trophy, we must send 50 items on the Black Bay website. And with that, we only have one more trophy to collect, and that's to replay the entire story on Hardcore mode. Hardcore mode is quite obviously a lot harder. We can't see people highlighted through the walls. Our footsteps are a lot easier to detect. And if we aren't wearing a ski mask to hide our identity, posters of our face get put up around town and people can recognize us. And whenever we get caught, we cop a huge financial penalty. But by now, we are a thief master. And after smashing out the story on hardcore difficulty, we get the Hardcore Thief trophy, earning us the Master Thief 2 Platinum trophy for Thief Simulator 2. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and let me know down in the comments below which games you'd like to see me platinum next.